It was a show of who is who in the Nigerian housing sector, as the desire to address the huge housing deficit that stood at over 22 million for a rising population of about 200 million people was the main focus of the day. This year's BSTAN Home Housing Fair in Abuja, with the theme Gateway to Better Life, Affordable Housing Solution, the fourth in its series, is aimed at providing decent and affordable accommodation for the citizenry through mortgage plans. Addressing the delegation, Nigeria's Vice President Yemi Osinbajo said plans are in the offing to tackle infrastructural gap, especially housing deficit across the country. Represented by the Minister of State, Works and Housing, Abubakar Aliyu, the Vice President said this initiative came at a time the most populous black nation in the world is in need of interventions to complement government's efforts on housing development.
Pilot project is expected to commence this October 2020 in Gwagwalada with the construction of about 2,500 mixed housing units under a public-public partnership involving FHFL and FMBN, and public-private partnership involving private developers.
Speaker after speaker took turns to give their opinions on how the challenges bedeviling the country's housing sector could be surmounted.
We should move from a level of building homes in this country to the level of manufacturing homes. Manufacturing homes will definitely show efficiency and not effectiveness in everything we do.
With my 25 years experience in leadership research and development, I can tell you it is all leadership. One is connected to a leadership system that works. The other is connected to a leadership system that is struggling. Everything falls and rises on leadership.
It was the turn of the woman of the moment to share her great vision on how to enhance the nation's housing sector.
One of the recommendations in this year's House Fair is for state government to take housing as a strong component to increase their GDP as a state, beyond what the federal government is doing. The federal government is providing housing across the state, across Nigeria, 300,000. What happens to the state government? Who is in charge of housing in the state? What is the state government doing about housing? Because the deficit in your state accumulates to the deficit in the nation.
She, however, identified weak legislation, inadequate funding, high cost of land registration, and irregularity of land titles as part of bottlenecks militating against housing development in Nigeria. Fred Ideha, CNN News.